And let me introduce you to Erannor. On the 10th of Frostfall, 4E161, Erannor was born to a Bosmer woman in Eldenroot, Valenwood, in the southwestern reaches of Tamriel. While growing up, his father was away from home most of the time on secret assignments. But at a young age, nothing seemed out of place. He had a seemingly normal childhood for a wood elf. He was taught about Ariel Time Dragon, the king god, aka Akatosh, and Y'ffre, the storyteller, god of the forest. He learned and followed the Green Pact, a pact that all of the tree sap people had made with Y'ffre to stop the insanity of the First Era. It was an agreement to do no harm to Valenwood's vegetation, maintain a strictly carnivorous diet, and that should he fell a foe, eating them would honor Y'ffre. He also learned how most outsiders would view some of the Bosmer's beliefs and actions, so as to be cautious when interacting with strangers. Because of the Green Pact, the chopping down of any tree in Valenwood became a capital offense punishable by death. The greatest sacrilege. The use of lumber was not strictly forbidden, but attaining any for use was difficult as it had to be shipped in from other provinces. Erannor grew up not experiencing that, for his family was poor, and he was still young when everything changed. In the year 4E171, in the month of Frostfall, just as Erannor was going to be celebrating his 10th birthday, on one of the rare occasions that his father was home. The celebration was ended before it began when a group of Thalmor soldiers arrested his father and dragged him away as an agent of the Blades. The Thalmor beheaded many Blades agents and carted them to the Emperor in Cyrodiil to force the Empire into a treaty. When word came back that his father's head had been delivered to the Emperor in Cyrodiil, Eranor's mother collapsed, and over the following year she was stricken with a sickness the healers could not cure. Shortly before his 11th birthday, his mother perished. With no family to speak of, and no one willing to support him because of his parents' association to the Empire, Erannor was forced to wander away from his home. He lived off the land, hunting through the forests of Valenwood, but every person he met knew of him and would not meet or trade with him. The need for contact with other sentient beings began to wear on Erannor. When the Great War ended in the north in 4E175, he decided his only option was to leave Valenwood behind. Though his father had served the Empire, he knew little about anything beyond the forest. North to Cyrodiil he headed, hoping to find a place to call home again. All the while, his resentment and hate for the Thalmor and the entire Aldmeri Dominion grew. While he faced occasional resentment towards him for being an elf, overall the people of Cyrodiil treated him fairly, and he was able to begin trading and making a name for himself. As he got older and his hatred stronger, he began seeking out those looking for someone to aid in secret opposition of the Aldmeri Dominion. He became a saboteur, assassin, thief, scout, infiltrator, or anything that paid him and allowed him to work against the Thalmor. Knowledge became a precious resource, and he would do anything to gain it. With knowledge came the power to more adequately thwart the Thalmor. It is now 4E201, and at the age 39, Erannor is still a young Bosmer, but experienced. He has heard whispers of a Thalmor force in Skyrim to the north. It is time for Erannor to make the trek north and see what kind of trouble he can make for the Aldmeri Dominion.